Emperor penguins are the largest. They grow up to 122 centimeters tall, 48 inches, and weigh 22 to 45 kilograms, 49 to 99 pounds. They live on crustaceans, squid, and fish, and are usually found in the Ross Sea and Weddell regions. They form large colonies on the sea ice. Emperors are the only penguins, or any bird species, in the Antarctic that breeds during the winter. The female lays a single egg, then passes it over to the male, who incubates it while she heads to sea to feed. During a 9-week period, the male fasts while keeping the egg warm, losing up to 45% of his body weight. When the female comes back in August, it's the male's turn to head out to sea and feed. He often has to trek up to 100 kilometers, 62 miles, over the ice to find food. Once fed, he returns and helps the female rear the chick. And when the sea ice starts to break up in December and January, the emperor penguin family heads out to sea. Adelie penguin. There are an estimated 2.5 million breeding pairs of Adelie penguins in Antarctica. Adelie penguins can dive to 175 meters, 574 feet. They usually catch their meals near the surface. Adelie penguins live in tightly packed breeding colonies that number in the thousands. Their breeding season is one of the shortest of all the penguin species, and courtship is similarly brief, with a lot of flipper waving and calls. The Adelie female lays 2 eggs in mid-November, and both parents take care of them before they hatch. 2 to 3 weeks after the chicks hatch, the young Adelie penguins join a creche or nursery before heading out to sea. Adelie chicks are extremely vulnerable, and only about 2/3 survive. Once out to sea, however, the young Adelies are relatively safe and enjoy a typical lifespan of about 11 to 20 years. Gentoo penguin. As adults, gentoos are the 3rd largest penguin behind emperors and kings, reaching 50 to 90 cm, 19.7 to 35.4 inches, tall, and weigh 9 to 18 pounds. They feed on a diet of squid, fish, and crustaceans. They build nests on beaches and in grass tussocks, and are highly aggressive in defending their turf. Gentoos use stones to form their nests, and males often give stones to females as courtship gifts. They'll also attract females by trumpeting skyward, and if a female gentoo chooses a mate, both sexes point their bills at the nest the female has built. Gentoo penguins are monogamous and have up to 3 breeding seasons, but generally they find new partners after that. Female gentoo penguins lay 2 eggs, switching incubation duties with males daily. After hatching about 35 days later, it takes another month for gentoo penguin chicks to fledge, at which point they're able to venture out to the sea. Chinstrap penguin. There are roughly 7 million pairs of chinstrap penguins in the world. Average height of 68 to 76 centimeters, 27 to 30 inches, and weight between 7 to 11 pounds. They live on a diet of fish and krill, and typically have 2 chicks per mating season. Wood-in-water chinstrap penguins reach speeds of about 30 floating in the open ocean. They are also an aggressive species, often getting into fights with other penguins. Macaroni penguin, Antarctica and subantarctic. Adult macaroni penguins and chinstrap penguins are virtually identical in terms of height and weight. They form huge colonies that can number in the hundreds of thousands and are located on hillsides as well as rocky cliffs. Macaroni chicks grow enough within 10 weeks to leave their parents behind and integrate into the adult penguin population. They live about 15 years in the wild. Rockhopper penguin. Rockhoppers are one of the smallest penguin species. Rockhopper penguins get their name from their preferred habitat of rocky, windswept shorelines. During their annual breeding times, rockhoppers gather in chatty colonies that often number in the hundreds of thousands. They construct burrows in tall tussock grasses near shore, returning each year to the same breeding site nest, and sometimes the same mate. Habitat loss, human disturbance, and starvation due to commercial fishing has led to a nearly 30% decline in rockhopper penguin population over the last 30 years. Rockhopper penguins live to be about 10 years old in the wild. Magellanic penguin. Magellanics like islands with dense vegetation and deep layers of soil for burrowing, which offers protection from aerial predators. Magellanic penguins are comparably long-living, reaching around 25 years in the wild. King penguins can dive to depths of more than 300 meters, 985 feet, to pursue prey, staying underwater for up to 9 minutes. King penguins have an unusual breeding time frame that lasts approximately 14 months from courtship to the fledging of the chick. Not natural nest builders, king penguins instead lay one green-white egg that they incubate on their webbed feet and below a fold of skin. King penguins are known by scientists to have mid-afternoon naps, sleeping more deeply after lunch than during the morning. They live to be about 25 years old in the wild.